Welcome back to the month of November. It is our second week in our gratitude month. We are so grateful once again to be back here with you.
Absolutely. It's a great time. Every time we have to share ourselves with you.
Thanksgiving is around the corner.
Yeah.
Any plans for Thanksgiving?
Well, I look like Thanksgiving.
You do look like Thanksgiving. Guess what? I'm on a diet because I'm about to eat everything that I have been like craving on Thanksgiving Day. Like everything is going to be eaten. Because that's what we do, right? We binge, we eat, we watch TV, and then we shop the next day. Whatever. Anyway, aside from the jokes, we are super grateful for another year. Like 2021 came by, boom, and it's almost ending.
I know.
But the good thing about it is we're still here.
We're still absolutely still here.
Did you make a list this year?
Of things I wanted to be thankful for?
To do?
Oh, to do? Of course, at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did. Did you make a list of what not to do?
No, that I did not do.
People never do that. See, we always make those lists. We have our goals, but we never make a list of what not to do. I think it should become a thing.
Yeah.
Because today our topic is
Do's
and don'ts
of relationships.
Woo! Relationship, wahala. Wahala, they for person who don't get a relationship. Well, guess what? You are on the good side because if you don't have a relationship right now, we're going to give you some amazing do's and don'ts that's going to help guide you as you are selecting and making your choice or agreeing to be the person of choice of somebody. So, stay tuned, but don't forget to subscribe. See, subscription, guess what, is free. Do you know, I found out that subscribing to someone's channel is free. Like, I used to wonder, why people don't like to subscribe? Because I thought they were charging. I thought YouTube and Google were charging, but I realized that it is free.
Absolutely free.
Because, please, enjoy. Tori along. Subscribe to our channel, turn your notifications on, and don't worry, just make sure you like, comment, share. That's it. All of those things are free. Digital currency, spend it our way, and you'll be glad you did because we're worth it, right?
Especially this episode.
Yay! We'll be right back.
On Instagram, like, share, post, comment, compliment.
Yay! Somebody sung about me one day. Hey!
It's a concert.
All right, let's get to it.
So before we get into the topic, I
Yes,
wanted us to discuss what a relationship means for you, and I'm glad that we're not just both male or both female.
Yes.
So I think there are two different perspectives as to how people see relationships.
Do you know, it's very interesting because the way I see relationship now in my 40s is so different from the way I saw it back then.
I hear you loud and clear.
So I'm in a different season, okay? So y'all just hang with me because relationship for me is partnership, mutual respect. It's having a mutually exclusive agreement whereby it's mutually exclusive in the sense that we're doing this thing together. However, we're also being individuals in the process.
Absolutely.
So everyone still has to tour their own line.
Of course.
And be the best versions of themselves. And really be the highest version of that relationship.
Absolutely.
So that way, two people are bringing in two superpowers into the thing.
I love that.
That's the way I see it right now.
Of course.
And in a way, it's unconventional for me again because now people don't come from you. I love marriage.
Okay.
I love love.
Mm-hmm.
However, I have come to understand with wisdom that those amazing things I just said might not necessarily be in a marriage situation.
Of course.
And I have finally become okay with it.
I feel you.
Because I'm traditional.
Exactly.
I should be married with a husband and children to have those things. But a lot of marriages don't have even 1/4 of those things.
Those things, of course.
So we have to learn and evolve. So that's it for me.
That's great. I'm 100% for that perspective because I believe also, and at my age, that
His age. See the way he's sitting on his breath. His age. Okay, we're not going to talk about his age today. Let's just keep it moving.
But I also believe that a relationship is partnership.
Yes.
Like you rightly said, it's a time in your life where, and I will always say this because I'm always for it, it's a time in your life where you've done the homework to be the best version of yourself you can be before you consider adding someone to your life.
Yes.
Before you bring the relationship to the process. Because, and the reason why I say this, a lot of people are like, oh, what about growing with someone? What about believing with someone? Those dynamics and those rules have been responsible for a lot of broken relationships today.
Yep.
Because you feel you can change the other person. You can help the other person see.
Is he mature? That he will grow.
Exactly.
He will change. Don't worry.
And the funny thing is what the person can't see for themselves, no one can help them see.
There you go.
Because this person has lived his whole life with himself, right? He doesn't see you. You are a new addition to his life, right? He's known himself for all these years.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So there is nothing that is just coming at the last minute. So pardon my,
But why do we women think we have that superpower?
That's the
Like, I
problem.
don't get it. Women,
That's the
sisters, and someone be come close.
Please, let's discuss.
Come close. Why do we think? And I'm saying we, I'm adding myself, I'm joining myself as in my village. Why do we think we have that kind of superpower? Like we are made to try to model, mold, shape, make, remake this man into our very own
Your own version of perfection.
image. No, it's our image because it's our image because it's our image. It's not perfection. It's our image.
Exactly.
How? Why? I used to be like that. So trust me, I resonate. But it's so wrong.
And it's impossible because if you want to have a relationship that makes sense, you have to meet with someone that is already in the same place, mentally, spiritually, financially, that you're in. If not, you will carry that weight for a long while.
It can be so tiresome. Ask me,
Exactly.
I will tell you 10 years journey of Israelites around the wall of Jericho.
Yeah.
And that wall did not come down. Oh, you didn't see that coming? Oh, that wall did not come down. Let's move on, okay?
Yeah, so like she rightly said, it's important. So I felt like today, before we even dive into the things, when you're in a relationship, you should do and do not do.
Yes.
There are some things you should not do before you even be in a relationship in the first place.
Now,
Having the mindset that you can help somebody discover themselves, it's a ridiculous thing to think.
Discovery Channel. Today's episode, I like it. As in one by one, they are bringing it. The spirits are bringing it. Discovery Channel. Let's go.
I want to discover us. And Diana Jones.
Yes, so the temple of all right, jokes apart. We are here to help your ministry. Don't worry.
So at least we've established that don't even come to the table with the mindset of I'm going to try to make somebody perfect for me. It's not possible.
No, it's
You have to
not.
find a person that's perfect for you.
Yes.
Okay. So now,
And it takes time.
Yeah,
I think it's that timing thing that kills us because, like I'm searching. Everybody's paid and booed up. Why is it not me now? So calm down before you go and jump and be and boo up to one thing. Let's help you. Do's and don'ts, men and women, okay? Let's give some men some do's.
I just wanted to say before you continue, something hits in my head. Before you marry a boo.
Boo! It's called Casper the Friend. Oh, my boo and
assumption.
Hmm.
Assumption is a killer. People assume things about their spouses and then they don't communicate their assumptions, and then it becomes a huge problem because your assumption will eventually lead to a perception of the partner if you don't discuss it.
Sure.
So if you have a scenario where you have a partner and maybe prior to the marriage you guys didn't discuss the dynamic, maybe you're a traditionalist, right? You're a guy that was raised in a traditional, let me use Yoruba because I'm Yoruba.
Yes.
Traditional Yoruba.
We're actually the most traditional people, so yeah.
Exactly. So, and you believe for some reason that your significant other should kneel to give you your meals, right? I'm just using that scenario as an example.
Yeah.
And then you think because your partner is Yoruba, your assumption is
she's going to automatically get it.
exactly.
After all,
Exactly.
we're all the same people, same.
And she's a more new age, forward, independent woman type of person.
Exactly.
That doesn't feel like it's a big deal if I put your food
on the table.
or some women will be like, is it going
Is it the microwave?
Do you understand? Just press start and your food is ready. So,
but sometimes it's necessary. So
yeah,
guys, okay.
because of course the woman works. She works. You know, you don't expect her to be. Back in the days, those women were housewives strictly. So I get it. The only job and business we have is in the house and in the under room. Did I just say under room?
You did.
Okay, cool. The other room.
Under room. No, but it's under because. Oh no, we're going to totally lose us. You will lose. No, let's not lose ourselves because that can go like down a rabbit hole, and we're not going to be able to come back. Continue. Under room. All of it is the same.
That people have it. Okay, but you understand what I'm saying? So
yes.
His assumption that she will do that as soon as she becomes wife, because honestly, when we're dating, we give ourselves leeway. You notice?
Oh, of course,
always
grace.
but once that marriage happens, like, oh yeah, mine now, so do this, do that. Exactly. So his assumption will make him resentful. Like, my woman doesn't respect me. No, but she's just like, I don't
You never talk to her about it.
I don't feel like I have to kneel to give you food to show you that I respect you because I respect you in other ways.
Yes.
So if no conversation is had about that assumption, it becomes a stronghold in marriage.
True.
And you begin to think, my spouse ain't shit.
Seriously, a lot of people think their spouses ain't shit, like for real.
Yeah.
Like I hear a lot of married people, and when they discuss marriage, I'm like, damn, I don't think I want to go down that lane. Like, y'all married people have issues for real. But anyway, do's and don'ts in relationships. We will be right back.
This message.
Hi everybody, my name is Dr. Oyinka Solajinaru, the president and founder of the Honey Drops Foundation. I am so excited to welcome you back guys to the month of October. As you all know or may not know, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Throughout 2020 and 2021, due to the pandemic, we had to take a hiatus to really focus and re-strategize on how we can be most impactful as a 501c3 nonprofit in the community. And we have done an amazing work rebuilding all of our platforms, especially our website, to allow you to easily donate, register to volunteer and be part of all of our programs. But most importantly, I am super excited to announce to you guys that we are getting ready for a bigger and better 2022. So stay tuned. Make sure you go to our website, honeydropsfoundation.org, to donate, because 2022, we are coming back bigger, better, and stronger to help provide education to elevate and empower youth and families to live beyond domestic violence and teen dating violence. Welcome to October, guys. Welcome back, do's and don'ts. So before we went on our break, we were talking about man's assumptions. So for me, for women, it's more like, are we doing the do's or the don'ts?
So we're doing don'ts, right?
Don'ts, yes. So for women, don't try to go into a situation, like we mentioned earlier, assuming you are going to recreate something that's not already there. You cannot, it's like matter, right? Matter changes from one form to another. It never disappears. You cannot add to it, you cannot take away from it. A man is a man, is a man, is a man, is a man.
Yeah.
And they come in all shapes and sizes. It might take a while for you to find your spec.
Yeah.
And I honestly understand the anxiety that comes with after this date, that date, another date, and you're like, okay. And then you finally decide, okay, this one has some semblance of what it is, and I'm going to try to add some spare parts to it to make it into that custom-made person. There's no such thing.
Of course.
It will not happen. He can pretend. You know what that family men? They can pretend. Woman acts go, wait. They will pretend for you. When they get you in the marriage situation, and they will now come and show you the real person. And that is when you know that what you're going, they have get you. You have been that one chance.
Of course.
You can't change a man.
Of course.
Just the same way the man can't change you.
Period.
Of course, we can all decide to grow and advance and modify ourselves and modify our behavior, but it has to be intrinsic. Like, it's something that we all decide to do because I love you so much and I just want to make sure that we make this work. And that's when you know two people are committed to each other.
Of course.
But women, please, stop trying to manufacture this custom-made men from China, from where are they even manufacturing them from these days? Because it's like they're fakes. That's why we're having so many fake men.
Yeah.
Because guys tell me that the reason that a lot of men seem to now be in this lie mode 24/7 because it's so horrible now.
It's
It's like you can't find a guy that's honest and truthful. It's like because they know that women don't want to hear the truth.
Of course.
They don't want to hear it. And when men open their mouth and tell women certain things, it's like we don't hear it. We hear it, but we don't hear it. It's like it goes over our head because it's that thing that we're wanting. We'll keep it there. And then we get into the situation and we're like, oh, why you like this? And the guy's like, but I told you.
Yeah.
Which he really, really did. But you just will not listen. So please, women, let's stop trying to manufacture men. God already did the work. And that's why he made billions of people.
Absolutely.
Open up your mind. If you have to get outside of your race, please do it. That's where your spec is. I'm telling you, open up your mind and you will find him. And he will find you or whatever. But just, let's stop trying to manufacture them.
And you just led into my next don't, which is do not shy away from difficult conversations. Don't. Like, most guys keep, like you said, rightly said, most guys keep quiet because they don't want to have a difficult conversation. And this is not even exclusive to men, you know, both partners. You don't want, most people, their way of dealing with conflict is to regress.
Yes.
You know, and that doesn't help.
No, it doesn't.
Because actually shouting and punching in the face is almost as deadly as saying nothing.
True.
Do you understand? So, having difficult conversations with someone that can, that's the reason why you need to know your partner before you marry them.
Yes.
Because your testing period is while you're still dating, while you're still boyfriend and girlfriend.
Exactly.
You get to see how, if you have a misunderstanding, how they handle it. Do they ignore you? Do they disappear for days?
Exactly.
Do they actually sit down with you and say, okay, this conversation is difficult, but we're going to have it. I'm going to listen to you, and you're going to listen to me.
Exactly.
So that's the thing. Another thing you should never do in a relationship, especially when, and that's the reason why you do your homework before you marry. But if you're eventually married and you're still having difficulty communicating with your partner, you're setting your marriage up for an early retirement.
True. Communication is key.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us don't even understand the ways to effectively communicate. Because a lot of us communicate, I learned that, and this is something that I did. And you know, one thing I think it's growth and maturity, because I'm easily able to point out my faults. It's like I'm always telling people how horrible I am. You know, it's like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to tell you, like, I effed up in that place, like, for real. Communication for me was more like, I'm hearing you, I'm gathering data, and this is a don't for women, because we do it well. I'm hearing, I'm gathering data, like I am collecting that ammunition that I'm going to use. When I fire back, it's like Abijawara, to transform. You get it? Yes. You used to play that game that my children play. Street Fighter. That's the way we gather information from conversation, and all we're trying to do is just use it to come back up and hit below the belt and just do things that really kill the relationship rather than change what needs to be changed without even having to verbally go back and forth. So that's another thing that I feel like we do as women. And I tell you we do it because here's the deal. We're not here to throw stones and say this, we're relationship experts. No, we're just saying, look,
Pay attention to this.
I've done that shit, it ain't working, it didn't work. So let's try to do better. Each one teach one. Okay, we've done so many do's or don'ts. Let's do some do's. I like to do's. How can we do? What can I do, Tolu? Somebody sanctify me one day. Hey, I like that song. That's why. Shout out to you, my love. Thank you.
I'm going to start my first do by actually doing.
Tell me what to do.
You know you're looking radical today.
Oh my God. Oh my
To
God.
the accessory.
Oh my God.
To your beautiful smile.
Oh my God.
And what is that? Words of affirmation.
Oh my God.
You have to affirm your partner. And it's not something you do once in your blue moon when there's an anniversary or a birthday or you wait all those months. It's something you constantly do daily to remind your partner, like, don't assume like I married you. You should know.
You should know now.
Exactly.
She knows now.
Exactly.
She don't know she's beautiful.
Exactly. It's something you daily affirm your partner just to let them know that, hey, I appreciate you. Every single day I want you to know that I do appreciate you. Because the things you stop saying, your partner begins to wonder. And even though some people say that it's underlying trauma when you start to wonder, but you don't give the room for your partner to wonder.
Yes.
Even if your partner is self-secure and doesn't need affirmation, even if your partner tells you, I don't need affirmation, don't give it to me.
Still give them.
Still.
Whoever turned away a compliment, like, come
Exactly.
on. Even when they say, really, no, not really, I don't say that, yo.
Deep down inside,
you're
it's-
like,
it
it's
seems
sweet
pleasant.
to me.
Exactly. And that's the reason why the day will end after a long day and your partner is still endeared towards you because
Yes.
you're constantly affirming.
And they feel like you see them because the world is so full of distractions.
Exactly.
Relationship, marriage does not bulletproof you from distractions.
Of course.
There's so many people to be seen. So when you keep doing what Tolu just said, your partner feels like they're seen. And just that being like, this person sees me and they see me, wow, that is so big, especially for women, you know, we want to be seen. And for me, I feel like that's one thing that men can do to help us.
Yeah.
So women, this is what you can do. I feel like in a relationship as a female, there is absolutely nothing wrong with you catering to your man. We are in the 21st century, I get it. Alpha female, I'm the poster child. But when it comes to cooking for my man, catering to his well-being, his self-care, all of those things, I tell you, I am so all up in that thing. I am so vested in it now more than ever before. Now I'm a lot busier. Now like my schedule is 10, 100 times crazier than it was a couple of years ago. But I tell you, in a relationship for me, that's a priority, catering to my man. Just doing those things that makes him feel like he's the ish, he's the king. Please, women, let's do more of that. You know, I see a lot of women who have amazing guys, amazing kings, and they just, and those guys, I guess they're okay with it, or maybe not.
Well, not really.
And it just feels like, chick, I can do better. It's in his heart, understanding that, you know, just, some of them I feel like, what's the big deal? They might just, but it goes a long way for that man just seeing you as the exclusive person that you are.
Of course.
Because just because he's married to you does not mean he sees you as exclusive. I think a lot of women misconstrue that.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think because honestly, you know, you want him to say to his friend when you're not there, that man, I've seen a lot of women. No one is quite like my wife.
There you go.
You want that. Ladies, you want that.
You definitely want that. Because he will say, he might not say it to your face.
Exactly.
Which he really should.
Exactly.
He should let you know from time to time so you're encouraged to keep doing it. But I tell you, that's one thing that I feel like our generation is sorely lacking.
Yeah.
We don't see the necessity because we're in the drive-through era, we're in the microwave, takeout, whatever era, Uber Eats, Uber Digest, Uber all of these. But right now, we need to go to some of the traditional values that our parents actually used to maintain it's not like saying, oh, you're going to be a slave to one man. No.
No.
Sis, I tell you, traditional things still hold strong today.
Absolutely. And you know, I'm always an advocate of saying that love is service, right? On both sides.
Yes.
So if a woman is making an effort, like you said, to make sure that her man feels like a king, right? You will wake up one morning and he's in the kitchen and everywhere's smelling food, and like,
Yes.
what's going on? But you know what, today, don't be a woman. I'm taking care of you.
There you go.
You know? So it's if you see love and marriage as serving each other, because you care about this person, you want them to feel that like they're special.
Yes.
You know, so if you see it from that perspective, then what you give, you will receive.
Definitely.
And you know what they say, you know, everybody said that whatever you give a woman, she multiplies it.
Oh, yes.
So, guys, in as much as we're talking to women and saying, make sure he knows he's your king,
Yes.
I will say the same thing to you, Mr. King. Make sure she knows she's your queen.
Yes. It's very important. Like, I know that people say that relationships are dead and everybody's just managing to get by.
Yeah.
Is that
People
true?
say that a lot.
Is that true?
It's because people overcomplicate
So
things.
scary though.
They overcomplicate it. Because people are, and the reason why this day and age people feel the way they feel is because people are coming to relationships for what they want to get. It's a means to satisfy what you want. Do you understand? But if you come into a relationship like, you love this person so much, the reason why I'm in a relationship with you is because I want to add to you. Because you're adding to me. So if you come into that, then it will be a lasting relationship because you're adding to someone that's adding to you. But
I'm
if you
here
like,
to serve. I'm here to serve
Yeah.
because, like you said, it's all about service.
Yes.
Everything we've talked about, when you think about it, it's all about just extending yourself, giving of yourself, just putting yourself in a situation where the other person
yeah,
always feels seen, feels heard, feels served, feels loved, and just by the things that you which is the do's that we're talking about, we believe that there's hope for our generation. I love love. I truly believe that amazing relationships that are fruitful for a dynamic family, albeit unconventional though,
I know.
because honestly, I have long moved away from the conventionality of that marriage thing that we've put that is not working.
Of course.
But I say that find two people who are truly, truly invested in serving themselves, they can build a strong nation.
Yeah, because it's not what have you done for me lately. It's what have I done for us lately.
True. I love it. Guys, this episode is too good because we still have a lot of content. You can see we're trying to cut it short. We're going to do part 2 of do's and don'ts in relationship. Don't worry. Watch out for part 2 from Dr. OJ and Tolu. But for today, as we have to end this episode,
It's so hard to say goodbye, but
we have to end this episode. And we'll be back again. Don't forget gratitude in the month of November. You have so much to be grateful for. One thing you have to be grateful for is Dr. OJ and Tolu because we would never leave you.